welcome to Austin. We've made it through. We've got about another hour to San Antonio. It's been quite a long night. We've been on the road for about 13 hours, I believe, and we are on the last leg of our trip. We're going to stop in San Antonio, get our tags, get in some last minute supplies, and then we're going to head out to the ranch. So guys, stuff just got real. We are on the property just south of San Antonio, and this place is sick. It is sick. There are hogs, there are axis deer, there's turkeys, there's a 1,000-yard shooting range. I mean, this place is top notch, and so we are starting to feel the vibes, right? Is that what you think?
100%, man. This is what you come to Texas for, man.
That's right. The guy that's guiding us in jumped out, loaded up his AR just in case there's any predators that we see along the way. I mean, this is awesome.
This is Texas.
It is Texas. That was probably the most Texas thing I've ever seen.
It's the most, yes, without a doubt.
Yeah, and on the radio, like "We Will Rock You" was playing when he's loading up his AR.
Yeah.
No doubt the most Texas thing I've ever seen in my life. So it is gonna get real cool real fast. Alright, so here we go. We're first evening. We're gonna head up this road where we saw some birds earlier today. See if we can't get one gobbling. It is hot. It is about 90 degrees. Tonight I've opted to go ahead and just wear camera gear, and Jeremy's gonna be trigger man, and we're gonna see if we can't get a quick kill on camera this evening. Hopefully we can. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, so we thought a bird was in the road already, but not yet. So we're gonna run up this road and see what we can come up with. Jeremy's all set up behind the gun over here. We got 3 decoys out. To our left, we've got a road. Out in front of us, we've got a little bit of a clear cut. We did see several turkeys in here today. On the way in, we saw some tracks. So this is a really nice looking spot for birds to filter through on their way to the roost. So we're really hopeful that as it gets later, maybe something will try to work in here. But man, it's hot. It's like 90 degrees. And we're just going to have to tough it out until roost time, I think. I don't think it's going to do us any good to walk around and try to call or anything. It's just way too hot tonight, so we'll see what happens. It's going to be a good hunt, though.
Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. I want to just stop for a minute and before we go back to the hunt and ask you to do a couple things for me. First of all, if you haven't done it yet, please click the subscribe button and hit the bell button so that you get notifications. This YouTube channel is brand new, very small, just getting it started. So I'm hoping that this turkey video will be something that's really helpful to get that going, but I need your help with it. So if you don't mind, go ahead and click that, share it with your friends, leave comments. The more traffic we get, the more helpful it is to us, the better it is, and the more noticed we get. So I would really appreciate it if you would do that for me. Also, there's a lot more videos of mine and my family over on Grace in the Wild TV, so make sure you search that up and subscribe to that channel too. All right, let's get back to the hunt. All right, so I just got dropped off for my second evening hunt, and if you can see around me or not, I got a little pond behind me, and we drove through here earlier and there was a couple birds in here, so I'm gonna walk on down to where the hunting spot is, and I'm gonna set up a little different. This is actually the first night that I'm self-filming, so kind of exciting. I've never done this before, so we'll see how it goes. It's really hot today, about 90, so I'm hoping that having a water source close by is going to help. I'm not going to do a lot of calling tonight. Maybe some soft yelps and things like that, but nothing too challenging. The birds were not aggressive last night at all, so there was no reason to get too fired up. I'm just kind of scanning through the flats here and looking to see if anything's walking around. So I was really upset not to get this on camera tonight. He came in on the wrong side and I was self-filming, so it was a little tough. I saw this bird about 2 hours ago and he went the other way, and I don't hunt in Texas enough to know their behaviors and what they do, but lo and behold, he came right back up the road that he went down earlier, and I was able to get a really good shot on him. He pinned me a little bit, that's why I couldn't get my camera turned. But as soon as he turned his head away, I went ahead and took the shot. It was a great day. This was my biggest Rio yet, so really happy. Good spurs. Really nice beard. Probably 9 inches or so. Really happy with this turkey. Well, man, we had an awesome first full day of turkey hunting here in San Antonio. It was a great evening. My bird came in around 5 o'clock, and he actually gave me the slip and went the other way with a few hens. And I don't know, 6:30, he turned. I saw 4 hens running up the road toward me, and lo and behold, he came in right behind me. I missed the kill shot because he had me busted. He came in on my wide open side, and so but it is what it is, man. We had a great first full day. So tell a story about yours, Jeremy.
Oh man, it was a comedy of errors. First we had about 7 or 8 hens come through, and had gobblers down the way, and they were hammering. Next thing you know, the hens are here, and here they are in the back. They get to about 60 yards, and they go out of strut and start putting. And I'm like, well, they don't like something. Now, they messed around back there for a long time, but at the end of the day, they left. About 15 minutes later, I'm hearing something behind me, and there was nothing I could do. Longbeard came in at about 15 foot, and I mean, he was there. So, you know, more hens keep coming, and within a matter of about 15 minutes, 4 jigs came down the road, and I wasn't going to let it get away.
Well, yeah, man. This was, but we just had we had a good experience this morning too. We had a big bird come in, and it's just one of those things, you know, they zig when they should zag, and we didn't get a shot at him. But tonight, a little patience proved valuable.
Patience and really not getting discouraged, because
Not getting discouraged, that's right.
You know, you had a bird come in on your open side, they seem to all be coming in on my open side.
They just know. It's like they know.
It's like they know. Yeah.
So, all right, well, that's it for today. Hopefully tomorrow we slam away again.
Good job.
You too, buddy. All right, so I wanted to take a minute and show you a handful of the things that I took with me to Texas on this hunt. There's a few things that I took with me down there that I normally don't whenever I hunt up here, but now that I've done it, probably should. So first thing is my Tenzing lumbar pack. It's got plenty of room in it for me to fit all my calls and my camera gear. It also has the straps on top so I can strap my tripod and any chair that I take with me. I did not take a chair this time. What I did take was this little pad that I sat on. That was a lifesaver. We did not hunt out of blinds when we were down there, so we were sitting on the ground, and that was a huge help to prevent fire ant stings or bites, and also cactus, things like that. Then I've got an Alaska Guide Gear bino harness and pouch. I've got Leupold BX2 Acadia 10x42. I don't think they make these anymore, but a 10x42 is a good compact bino for what I was doing. This is a SIG rangefinder, Kylo 1000, 5x20 millimeter. Needs to be clean, but this was also very helpful when I moved into a new spot and had to figure out pretty quick how far I was shooting. I always try to take these with me, a pair of pruning shears and then some scissors. I like the scissors to be able to cut whenever I'm cleaning turkeys. These are new. This is a Hunter Specialties Final Roost DoD edition box call. Really like that. It's got a great sound to it. Also, Final Roost pot call. See there, DoD edition. It's like a, I don't know, I think it's aluminum, but it sounds great. I also carry just a handful of mouth calls. You can see I've got the DoD mouth calls there. I I've got some various ones, some that were made for me, things like that. So I keep a pretty good selection of those with me in my pack. As far as clothing goes, I had the Scentlock early season for when it was colder. I did not need the base layers. It was plenty warm down there. About the coldest it got was about 50 degrees. So that took care of things early. I did have to shed layers though. And so this was probably the most important thing when I was down there. And it's actually kind of funny because I didn't spend a lot of money on it or anything. I went to Walmart, picked up some super lightweight gloves. These are pretty nice because they have the touch pads on them. Pretty inexpensive. Grabbed those. Grabbed a super lightweight face mask. You can see there, you can almost see through it. And super lightweight short sleeve tee and a super lightweight long sleeve tee. And I think that was a total of like $20 or something for that whole pile of stuff. So super inexpensive there. This time I did not do any bow hunting, so I took my shotgun, my Winchester 1300 down there with Longbeard XR ammunition, and it did a fine job. I didn't have any trouble with it at all. If you're curious about choke, I was just shooting a Hunter Specialties Undertaker for that model of shotgun, and I've used that for a long time and it's done really well. One other thing that I took with me is the Cold Steel Click and Cut. I really like this. I mean, it's a good knife. I'm not a huge fan of the length of the blade. I feel like it's a little bit short. Very convenient though. It comes with 3 different blades. It comes with a blade with a gut hook, just a standard blade, and then a serrated blade. The serrated blade is not my favorite. I usually stick with the gut hook blade or the normal blade. That's the pros. Cons, as you can see here, this didn't last very long. Another pro is that this clip is really strong. It's not going to come off your belt. The knife will fall out before it falls off your belt, that's for sure. So yeah, it's an okay knife. Like I said, I've got several knives, and the only negatives, like I said, that I have with this is blade length. They don't stay sharp very long, but they are resharpenable, so you're not having to throw blades away. They do have a thicker blade than most of your standard replaceable blade. It's not like a scalpel that's going to break at the drop of a hat. So you can resharpen these. They do take an edge back pretty well, so that's a plus. But like I said, they also get dull pretty easy because it is I guess a lesser quality blade. But anyway, it's not bad. It's super light, super packable. So for turkeys, it's really not a bad knife to have. I did use this on some deer over the fall, and really I just ended up switching to something else, something with a bigger blade, because it wasn't quite big enough. But if you're wanting something lightweight that's packable that you can take in for turkeys and have just as a utility type knife, this is a good one to have. So one last thing I did not mention yet is my footwear that I had on down there. This is the Merrell Moab 8-inch tactical. It was really hot, so I wasn't going to be wearing any tall rubber boots down there. It was just going to be way too hot. So you might say, what about snakes? I asked, and apparently no one has seen any rattlesnakes or anything in the area that we were. I was kind of taking a chance there, but I'm glad that I did, because I was really comfortable the whole time in these boots. These are super light. They fit my feet well. If you have wide feet, the Merrell Moab platform is an awesome one. I'm not sponsored by Merrell or anything, but I'm actually not sponsored by any of these companies. But if I was to recommend one thing out of all of them, it would be these right here.
Hey, what's up, guys? So it's Sunday morning, beautiful day here in San Antonio. Had a weird morning. I was hoping to get a kill on camera, and as things go, that was not in the cards. Really, before any of the birds that I was calling to got off the roost, another gobbler jumped off with no gobbles and literally ran past my setup and stopped just within range, and I shot him. But it was still too dark for my camera. So I guess that's just the nature of self-filming. It just is what it is. Here he is. So yeah, a lot of fun, but it was super weird. I was kind of hoping to get another opportunity to get a kill on camera, but maybe this afternoon. Things are really slow right now, so probably gonna go back and clean this bird and process some footage and head back out this afternoon. Wow, that's morning.
You know, I heard them early, and they just shut up and kept not a sound. They had 2 hens coming in. They busted 2 dogs.
There's one right after you guys dropped me off. There's one goblin right behind me. Here's a lot better look at the turkey that I took this morning. Beautiful Sunday morning here in South Texas. It's about 60 degrees right now. It's supposed to get up around the 80s today, so it's going to be a warm afternoon sit. But this is turkey number 2. This one's not quite as big as the one as last night. Last night, the one he weighed 22 pounds. This one's about 19 and a half. That's about standard for Rios. You know, that's a good-sized bird. Looks like about a 10-inch beard or so. Got a little beard rot, though. I don't know if you can see that. Pretty good spurs. So overall, I was really happy with him. Weird hunt though. I've never had a turkey come in that early, and he was actually, I was working a different bird, still just almost about to jump off the roost, and all of a sudden this turkey just goes tearing across in front of me, running down there to that other gobbler. Never had that happen before. If I had waited, maybe they would have both come in. I don't know, but I'm glad I got this guy, because down here it's been a little tough, but they're not responding to calls. It's just kind of, you just got to get in their way. So it's been fun though. We're waiting on Jeremy to get back with the news from his spot. He saw some axis deer this morning and a few other critters, but I don't think he's had any turkeys on him yet. That seems to be a really good afternoon sit up there. So we're going to go out and get him here in just a minute. So one really cool thing I got to tell you guys about before I get started on this bird. Thanks to Steve, when we showed up at the ranch down here, I did not expect this at all, but this was awesome. I'm going to be cutting this turkey up with a new blade that's handmade. It's got a mesquite handle, nice little short blade for skinning. This is so cool. Steve made this for us. We really appreciate it. We're very thankful for it. I got this one. Jeremy got one of his own. So what a cool way to kick off turkey camp this year. I just can't think of a better way that this could have gone. All right, Steve, tell me what you're making tonight.
Rouladen.
Rouladen.
It's a German dish. You take the flank of a venison, cut it out, clean it up a little bit, lay it out in a sheet, rib side down, salt, pepper, mustard, 4 or 5 strips of bacon, pickled jalapeno, some onion, and then you roll it up. Roll it up tight. And then you secure it with butcher string. Braise it. Put it in the crock pot for about 5 hours and enjoy.
There we go.
This is our 3rd evening sit of our trip to South Texas, and I'm in the same spot that I killed a Jake in last night. Now, we had 3 mature birds come in. 2 came in as a pair right up over here. Probably should have shot, but they were on the fringe. And then I had a longbeard sneak in behind me at about 15-20 feet, and he busted me. So what I did tonight was I actually found a little more brush and covered myself up a little bit better from behind. If everything works out like it should, they should come down this log road over here to this feeder right in front of me here. So we're gonna hold tight. It's really early, but I've killed a bird, Jim killed 2. We're having a blast, so stay tuned. Okay, so Rio number 2 down. Another Jake. I have a problem. They gobble and I shoot. What we found out tonight after a hard day of hunting is really to stay patient. Good Lord, it was hot out there. But South Texas did not disappoint. We still have 1 more hunt tomorrow. Jim's killed 2, albeit a little bigger than I have. I've killed 2. Let's see if we can get 1 more for the road. Thanks for watching. Stay fit to hunt.
Got it? So our last evening was pretty uneventful. I had an opportunity at a big boar hog that didn't work out for me. But the next morning, Jeremy killed a beautiful bird to cap off the trip. All in all, we came home with 5 turkeys. Jeremy with 2 jakes and a gobbler, and I took 2 longbeards. I have to say, I've hunted Texas before, and it was really special to me then. But this trip just further galvanized my love for hunting these cagey turkeys and the opportunity to chase them in the Lone Star State.